Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Ondo State Branch. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank
sir.
you. Good morning, viewers at home.
All right, now moving on to the program proper. Chairman, sir,
Yeah.
can you tell us who a surveyor is?
All right, thank you. A surveyor is someone that has received training, academic trainings and practical trainings from higher institutions and in private practice before he now qualifies by the Surveyor Council of Nigeria to will be called a surveyor after he must have gone through the criteria for him to be registered as a surveyor in Nigeria, whereby he must have done some practical works that he will present and educational qualification that he will present, then sitting for the qualifying examination that is being conducted by the Surveyor Council of Nigeria. From there, they now qualify him to be called a surveyor after all this rigorous training and examination.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Looking at it, I'm going to throw this question open so anybody can take it.
Yeah.
We have some people who are surveyors. I mean, probably they didn't go through some of the qualities you just mentioned, the training and all. And on the job, they are good. They call themselves surveyors and all. So how do we out there that don't really know much about this thing, how do we differentiate them?
Thank you, the presenter. By the definition of who a surveyor is, as given by the chairman, that is a person. A surveyor is anyone that must have been registered or deemed to have been registered by the Surveyors Registration Council of Nigeria, SOCON, to practice the surveying profession. Whoever is not registered and calls himself a surveyor is committing a crime under the law of the Federation of Nigeria. Such a person may be arrested if caught and be prosecuted. Example happened recently in Enugu State, where the Surveyors Council of Nigeria prosecuted and got conviction for a person who was addressing himself as a surveyor, whereas he does not meet any of the requirements to be addressed as a surveyor. So we have them in town. Crime is very easy to commit, and not until when the long arm of the law catches up with such a person, he will still be parading himself as such. So we call on the citizens of this country, if you see anybody who's not a surveyor parading himself as such, you may hint either the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors or the police. They will take appropriate action.
So what is the punishment for someone caught in that act?
That is impersonation. He will be prosecuted under the criminal code of both the state and the federation.
All right. You have something to say?
Please, let me just come in.
All right.
If you are not a surveyor, you are not a surveyor. If you are not registered by that enabling act, CAL 425, Law of the Federation of Nigeria, if your name is not on that register by that organization, you are not a surveyor. We don't have half surveyor. By the law of the Nigeria as a nation, you are a surveyor, you are a surveyor. If you are not a surveyor, you are not. So if you impersonate, you can be prosecuted.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Now, this year's theme is shaping the new world on the wisdom of surveying. Can you tell us what this day is all about?
All right, thank you. The World Global Surveyors Day was set aside by the International Federation of Surveyors, the FIG, in 2014 in order to appreciate the work of surveyors and at the same time knowing what they are doing and at the same time see the development they are making, the progress they are making in the field of surveying and all those on what is the future of the profession, whereby they will showcase that and at the same time look ahead for what is the future of the profession. That's why the day was created by the International Federation of Surveyors.
So is it a yearly thing?
Yes, the March 21st of every year has been set aside for celebration of World Surveyors Day all over the world. It's not just only in Nigeria, it's not only in Ondo State, but throughout the world. The International Federation of Surveyors are the international bodies that governs the way the profession is being practiced. And the FIG is an international organization that sees to the development of surveyors and what they do every day.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Now, moving on, the world is actually going into AI technology. I mean,
Yes.
AI is taking over.
Yes.
So, what are some of the exciting advancements in surveying technology today and the impact on our environment?
All right. Maybe I should still take that one before he will.
Okay, you can take it, sir. So
then he
they
can
will
continue.
contribute.
Yeah, the profession of surveying is a dynamic profession that is not stagnant, and it keeps on moving with the trends of the technology. And the surveyors of today are different from surveyors of yesterday. In those days, when a surveyor is going to field, he will go with maybe about 5 or 7 crew members. They will go with just ordinary chain and probably a theodolite, and then they will go out to the bush and walk. But today's surveyors are different from those of the past, whereby because of development of technology, and surveyors are moving with the innovation in technology. Today now, you can have a crew of surveyors that can be only 1 or 2 with the modern equipment that we're having now. And the impact of AI has really helped the profession to grow too. Those days when you want to go, like I said, you go with a large group. But today, with AI development in the blockchain, in the augmentation realities and virtual realities, whereby they use photographs, they use videos, the use of drones, those are just part of what the AI has brought into the surveying. With a drone, whereby it's manned remotely, and they can do the survey of large expanse of land without even having contact with the land. The remote sensing, you can do the survey of the area without having contact with the land, and someone is just there in the control room and is getting the data. So, and with the help of the AI and computer system, those are things that help to shape the profession nowadays, and surveyors are moving with the trend of the AI to develop the profession. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Surveyor Lekon. Let's hear from you, sir.
Yes, like the chairman said, in the past we were talking about analog survey, and presently we talk of computer-aided survey. That is to say, all operations of the modern day surveyor are based on computer. So the equipment, the office, and everything about the surveyor must be computer compatible. So if any surveyor is lagging behind and not computer compatible now, I'm not sure it can catch up with the trends we're having in the world today. And like he said, you can be in your office without necessarily going to the site, and you do the mapping. Not only that, we used photogrammetry in the past, we now have various methods by which such jobs can be accomplished. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Surveyor Okunle.
Yes, thank you, moderator. I want to register it that surveying is in the forefront of technological advancement. So we are one of the professionals that harness AI before it was globally pronounced. Now we can take survey of deep sea of Ayeto in Ondo State. We can tell you the terrain, we can tell you what we have beneath the sea without having contact to the water. That is to tell you how far surveying as a profession has gone in technological advancements. Well, we're in the forefront.
Thank you very much. I will go with Surveyor Leko now. You know, if you probably ask someone outside now, and you ask the person, what does surveyors do? They will probably tell you, oh, they measure land. They, that's all. Is that the only thing you do, or there is more to the job?
Thank you. Ab initio, surveying was defined to be capturing what you have just said. That is the science and art of making measurements of relative positions of various points on the earth surface, beneath it, or even above it. And when we draw it to scale, artificial and natural features will be shown in their correct horizontal and vertical relationships. That was it. And it implies that in surveying, we have three areas of operation. The first one is the preliminary investigation, which we call reconnaissance. After reconnaissance, we move into data capturing, which these are done on the field. Then this other stage is coming back to the office to do processing, which we call data processing. So during the data processing, we can derive varieties of products from the survey, the job we have done. And at the end of the day, we present it. However, the areas of application of surveying vary diversely. For example, in disaster management, surveyors are involved. That is where we have problems. All you need to do is bring in the surveyor. They will map the disaster area, the transport management, crime management, name any aspect, forestry. The surveyors have roles to play. Thank you.
Maybe in addition to,
Okay, thanks, Chairman.
yeah, in addition to that, for in this AI that we are talking about, you know, a lot of countries are doing smart cities. They are developing it, and smart cities is based on location. It has to do with positions and all those things. And smart city cannot come up without the input of surveyors, who determines the position of where what will be, it will be, and how it's going to be. That's one aspect. Then even in climate change, the surveyors are the ones that will help you to monitor what's the changes in the environment, whereby they capture the information. Is there desert encroachment? Is there deforestation? All those information will be mapped by surveyor, and then people that wants to plan with it will now be able to look at it. 10 years ago, this is the position of the desert. Now this year, where is the position again? In the years to come, what is going to happen? So the rapid changes are the one that the surveyors will provide the location maps of the area. And at the same time too, this 3D mapping that is going on nowadays, whereby a state, for example, for you to have development in a state, you need to have the map of the state. And when you cannot get the map except it is the surveyor that will provide you with the maps, whereby you will know where it has already been developed and where required development. Then you can now plan with the open space that you have what you want to do there. Then in the case of road construction, the surveyor is going to be the first person that will be on site where they want to construct, collect data, then takes it back to the office. The engineer will make use of his data, design how the road will go. After he has designed it, he gives back to the surveyor to go and lay what he has designed on paper on the ground. Until they finish the construction of the road, the last person that will leave the site is the surveyor, because he has to do what they call as-built of the road that they have constructed. Is it in line with what they have designed, or is it not? So we find out that even in hydrography, for the people that are doing navigation on water, they cannot get it. They have to determine the position of the seabed. Just like my secretary just said earlier on, they determine the seabed for easy navigation of the ships. Those that are commercial ones, those that are just for maritime purposes, they will determine where that level of water is enough for them to carry the ship. It is the surveyor that will determine that. They call it bathymetric survey. It is the surveyor that will do that mapping for them and provide it. And that's why you will see that if you have entered a ship before, you will see what they call the maps of the area that the sailor will be using to guide them so that their ship will not grounded. They will know that this area has lower water, where this one has rocky area and all this thing. And at the same time, for development, even in all industry, what sustains all industry is surveying. Without surveying, they cannot know where they have prospect, where the oil is. They cannot know where they are going to position the platform. They cannot know where they exactly what they have seen from the geophysicist that has done work and say there will be oil here, but that location he cannot determine. It is the surveyor that will determine it for him. So the role of surveyor is casually cut across all facets of life. It all depends. What do you want? Just tell the surveyor, and he gives you solution for it.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I'll come to you now. Looking at it lately these days, in this generation we are now, there are some people we call realtors. I think they too, they sell land and all. Don't you think they're taking up the job of a surveyor?
Thank you.
It's coming to you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Yes.
They are not.
Okay.
The end product of surveyor is purposely for planning, and government derives revenue from that product. It is a technical product that tells you what to do, how to go about it, and the expected result you are expecting.
Okay, so are you
No.
saying, sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
Are you saying before these realtors sell the land, are you saying there might has been an input?
That is what we are saying. That is what we are saying.
All right.
They deal with physical things. Meanwhile, our own job is more than physical. Our one is about planning the past, the present, and the future. The one is to sell what they see now and go away. So they are not same.
Yes, in addition,
Okay.
the realtors, they sell buildings, they sell land. But that land they want to sell, they need to know the dimension. And that's when they do their pricing.
Okay.
And that dimension cannot be made by, except it is the surveyor that will tell them this particular parcel of land has this area. And it is based on that they will do it. And it is the surveyor that will set out the layout, what they want to sell. Without the surveyor laying out the place for them, they cannot do anything.
All right, thank you very much. Now, let me come to this question that is probably a major thing now going on. What are you doing to quacks, let me call them quacks,
Yeah.
selling and allocating land to 2 or 3 or even more people at the same time? What are you doing to that?
Yeah, okay.
And not only to the quacks now, some professionals also do it.
Yes, the surveyors, as we all know, they are to determine the sizes of land, and at the same time, they are not the owner of the land, they are determining the sizes. So the owner of the land is the one that will contract their service to let them know the size of their land, and then after it has been designed to lay out, help them to lay it back on the ground. That's one aspect of their job, a major aspect of their job. It is the layout map that they produce, that they give to the client who owns the land. Now, if the client follows instruction, there won't be issue of selling one plot of land to 2 or 3 persons, because if they are not greedy, if they are not dubious, they will definitely look at the map and sell according to that layout map. But when you have people that are dubious, maybe even family, one of the member of the family who is greedy and connives with those people that they know that they can, land speculators, let me use that word, land speculators, they connive with them, and then they will say, okay, let's sell this portion. Then if this person refuses to develop within this time frame they wanted, let's sell it to him, another person that will give us more money, that if after it comes eventually, and if it doesn't make problem, we'll let go. But if it makes problem, okay, come and take your money. And what they are going to return to you is not commensurate with what they are selling at the current price. And these are just the issue. Because the surveyors don't sell land.
Okay.
That's the, surveyors don't sell land.
Okay.
We only determine,
Map
map out the land for you. But in the course of doing business with the owner of the land, if he allocates plot of land to you, maybe in exchange for service or whatever, or you yourself has interest in that area, and you are able to buy maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 plots of land, you can sell on your own. But surveyor don't sell land. Everybody who says surveyor is the one selling land is not getting it right.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, Savio Lekon, you want to add
Yes,
something?
let me add to
Okay.
it. It is not the business of the surveyor to sell land as clarified by the chairman.
Yes.
However, let us be grateful to the government of our state for promulgating a law against land grabbing. So whoever sells a parcel of land to more than one person will definitely be a systematic land grabber. As such a person, if caught, should be prepared to bear and face the consequences of his actions. And the possibility is that he will be jailed. Therefore, we are calling on citizens who have lands to dispose of to beware of people selling land to 1 or 2 persons. That is to say that they are fraudulent people who always cause land dispute. When a parcel of land is sold to more than one person, there's definitely going to be land dispute to be contested in the court or elsewhere. Sometimes people lose their lives because of land dispute caused by a fraudulent land seller or grabber. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Still to you, Savio Lekon. Considering the prevailing security challenges in the country, what efforts has your institution made or planning to make to assist the government in stemming the tide?
Yes, thank you very much. Crime is a wide range of activity. One of it is insecurity. Which area do we face? Is it agricultural, kidnapping, or whatever? You know, very recently, Ondo State, one of the surveyors in the state got involved in kidnapping menace when 9 of his crew members were kidnapped. Unfortunately, some untowards came up from the government circle, which we may not talk about here. The surveyors collectively were alleged to be charging huge fees and not yet providing security for themselves. One area which that statement focused on was maybe surveyors should carry armor and protect themselves when they are going to the site. No, it shouldn't be. The area where the surveyor can come in to fight crime, to assist in fighting crime is the area of mapping hotspots where crimes are prevalent and preponderant. Have we been invited to do it? No. Security is a government business, not a private person's business, except if the private person is commissioned by the government to assist. Let the government commission the Nigerian Institute of Surveyors, not even individual surveyors, to come and take part in crime fighting, in insecurity control, making the state, the country to be more secure. We are ready. We have means by which we can map areas without necessarily having contact with such areas, like said by my colleagues before. So if the surveyors are involved, they will achieve this. Is it the use of drone? Is it the use of satellite imageries? All these things will help in fighting insecurity. But for us to carry guns and be facing,
Yeah, okay, maybe
Okay.
in addition.
Yes, sir.
You know, one of the basic things for development in any state or region, we always say in surveying that surveying is the bedrock of a meaningful development. And one of the tools for meaningful development is maps. If a state is adequately mapped, then there will be room for planning for today, tomorrow, and days to come. And that's why one of the basic things that every state government should first of all have is the map of where they are governing. If they have map of a state they are governing, then they are rest assured that when there are cases of insecurity, they go to the map. Then the control room where the security men are there, they can have control and command, whereby as it is happening in the field, they can be having it in their control room. With this modern day LiDAR, that the modern day remote sensing, and even drones, like he has said, can help the people in the control room to know where is the crime going, and they can now deploy adequate security to their area, just that area alone, not either to condone it off or to go straight there and go and attack the people that are causing the breach of security in the state. So map is important. Mapping the state is very, very important. That's the first tool. And with that, the issue of security can be solved adequately. Even not only just this state, but in Nigeria as a whole. We've been hearing about Sambisa Forest. And nobody has ever told you this is the extent of Sambisa Forest. We only hear rumors that it's extended to Niger, it's extended to Chad, it's extended to Mali and all those things. But where is Nigeria's boundary there? Where is our own limit? It is the map that will do it. And mapping a state or a country involves huge sum of money and expertise. And it is the commitment from the government that will make the surveyors to come and do the job for them.
All right, thank you very much, Surveyor Akure.
Thank you, Presenter.
Okay.
In the 21st century, no reasonable government in modern world that faces crime eyeball to eyeball, they employ technology. So there's no way you can employ technology to tackle security without the involvement of surveyors. So we appeal to government. We have been fighting this adoption for over a decade. Let us employ technology in handling these things. We will get final solution to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Still on you, Surveyor Kunle. What level of skills and knowledge will surveyor need to acquire to remain relevant in this new world that we are now?
Thank you. You can't define it specifically because as the world is changing, so also technology is advancing. So there is no limitation of knowledge that a surveyor can get and be satisfied. It has to be moving with the trend of technology. So we can't say, but one thing I can say, you have to be computer literate. Most of the equipment are computer interface, but no specific knowledge, no limitation to knowledge in surveying. You have to be moving as the world is moving.
Right,
Yeah, maybe in addition,
okay.
The Nigerian Institute of Surveyors is an institute that moves with time, with trends of things. One of the fundamental things that we usually do is we call it mandatory continuous professional development program. It is a program that is a yearly program for all surveyors in the country. And that program, we just had one recently in February. And that's whatever is happening in the technology world, they bring it in, give trainings to members so that they can be in line with what is going on. Even in our own state, we still have what they call local mandatory continuous professional development. For our members, whenever we see anything that is new, that we know that our members need to key into it, we always organize development program, training for them, and at the same time, then one unique thing about the profession of surveying is that it's a profession that is developing every day, and every surveyor needs to read daily, browse internet, get new information, new development, new technology, and they incorporate into what they do every day. Those days, even when the GPS came up, we were looking at GPS as something big. But today now we have GNSS equipment, the one that are real time, and they give you within a short period of time. You have it. We have the call stations that are exchanging information with your equipment immediately, and you are getting your location position immediately. So surveyors are always learning every day new technologies for them to be relevant in this modern world.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now moving to Surveyor Lekon. Our time is fast spent, so
Yeah.
I'll like you to be brief with this. We have different types of surveyor, quantity surveyors, estate surveyors, and I think there's one, town planning.
Town planning.
Town plan, yeah. Can you tell us the difference between these people?
Is a surveyor is a surveyor. That is we that people know as surveyors. Our profession was perhaps one of the oldest professions in the world, and that was land surveying. With time and with the advent of modern equipment, we are trying to adapt to the new trend in technology by choosing the word geoinformatics to be added to surveying because of our expertise in some areas, especially geographic information system. So instead of referring to us as land surveying, to the profession as land surveying profession, we now refer to it as surveying and geoinformatics profession. Far different from quantity surveying. In quantity surveying, from the word quantity, I think what they do is to determine the cost, the quantity of materials to be used in a construction. That's they quantify what a construction will cost. And in the estate survey, they are even trying to change their own name from estate surveying to estate surveying and valuers. They want the difference. They all, I think they do. That I think I am not involved in their profession is they manage estate, the buildings, and they. Sir?
I said they collect rent.
Rent. We don't let us appear to be denigrating their own profession. So we know that they are estate valuers. They can value the property to be offered for sale, mortgage, or lease. So they are involved there. But the urban and regional planners, their own is also very different. All these people require the input of our product. So they rely on our product to get whatever job they want to do done, especially the urban and regional planner, as well as the estate surveyor. For instance, when the government was to dualize a road in Owo, for example, individual property were to give way for the road. And what will happen? The government will pay compensation. First, the land surveyor will carry out claim survey, which is known as compensation survey, now to be given to the estate surveyor and valuer, who then valued the property along that will bear the brunt. It happened in Akure too, here in Akure. So this input of the surveyor is what, the output of the surveyor is what they need as input in their own profession.
All right, thank you very much, Surveyor Lekon, for that explanation. Our time is fast spent. I don't know if the chairman has a final word to our viewers out there.
All right, like we are always saying, a surveyor is a surveyor, and you identify them by their profession. Anybody who says a surveyor must, if it's in a private practice as a president, definitely we have an office. He doesn't do business on the road. He doesn't negotiate with you. He has an office and he has a signboard that is unique, that you can know this is a signpost of a surveyor. And at the same time, he will never lie to you, because he knows that if he's caught, he's going to be punished. But anybody who lies to you is not a surveyor. So the society should know that one. And we should try as much as possible to investigate. Whoever calls you when you say it's a surveyor, investigate. Where is the office? Where is your surveyor council registration number? These are things that will make you to know that either this person is a quack or somebody who is just trying to join the profession in one way or the other, in a fraudulent way. So you'll be able to know. And our secretariat is along Agagu Road, whereby any information you needed, just walk into that place to identify, someone is having business when he call himself a surveyor. Is he your member? Then we can quickly answer you at that particular time.
All right, thank you very much for being my guest this morning, Surveyor Bello Kayode, Chairman, Nigerian Institution of Surveyor on those states chapter. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful having you this morning.
It's a pleasure
And of
being
course,
here.
thank you, Surveyor Ogumodede Lekon. He is the coordinator, National Association of Surveying and Geoformatics Lecturers. Thank you for coming today. And the last person, Surveyor Kunle Adegunle, Secretary, Association of Private Practices Surveyors of Nigeria. Thank you for coming this morning.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
All right, this is how far we can go with this weekly mirror segment.